Now the On Your Side forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval.
Well, the snow was flying this morning in the Treasure Valley. As a view of some Napa you see here on the interstate about 10:30 or so this morning. Had snow falling, a persistent snow in the valley, but temperatures were hovering just above freezing. As you can see on the screen right there, still just above freezing. Had about a half-inch of snow in Meridian, but not really affecting the roadways, although this morning it was affecting the roadways. Made for some very slick driving just after the sun came up. Then those temperatures were creeping back up. So with this next storm system coming in overnight, we don't have the cold Arctic air in place. So roads like this may be the way roads shape up late in the day tomorrow. In some locations they may get wet, but boy, we could get a good snow cover coming in for overnight into tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at what's happening right now, and as we do, we'll show you on the radar. You see the blue beginning to fill back in. Now this radar showing some light snows starting to increase a little bit. We may get some off and on light snow, or I should say we'll have light snow. It may go off a couple times, but then later tonight, especially after midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, the bulk of the snow will really begin to develop. And I'm still seeing Boise northward is getting the heaviest amounts of snow. Downtown could be right around the core, so the Boise School District will have to deal with maybe a little bit more snow than out towards Caldwell and out towards Ontario, where a little bit less snow is likely. And again, with temperatures near freezing, when the snow is falling, if the temperature's around freezing, a lot of times it melts. Crews can keep up with it. But the temperature stays the same, or the same air mass, you start to throw heavier snow into it, that will cause the temperature to drop about a degree because of the cooling in the atmosphere from that heavier snow. Plus, it's falling more rapidly, and so it accumulates more quickly. So you're right on the edge, and so we may have that tomorrow morning with conditions in some places not so bad that all of a sudden you drive a few miles away and it's horrible on the roadways. That's the type of system that I'm seeing. We're right around freezing now throughout all of the Treasure Valley, and then you see some scattered light snow showers now. It will tend to pick up, at least about near Homedale, with some of the mild temperatures, kind of a slushy mix down around the Homedale area right now. Winter weather advisory, that's the lower Treasure Valley. You folks in Emmett, Gem County, Canyon County, north of the Snake River here in Owyhee County as well, and then Malheur County. This is the lower Treasure Valley of Idaho and Oregon here. This is the upper Treasure Valley, Ada County towards Mountain Home. Winter storm warning in effect. And again, that's because we could see upwards to 4 inches of snow around the I-84 corridor northward into Boise. And winter storm warnings in the mountains. Could be a foot of snow by tomorrow night in the west central mountains. This is some good news for the ski areas here, but we'll have to deal with it in the Treasure Valley. It's just a northwest flow here. You've got cold air in and mild weather coming through. And this is a prime setup for snow in the Treasure Valley. When that jet stream's coming in from the northwest like this, it's coming over the ocean, grabs that moisture and heads in our direction. Many times the warmer air bombs in. I don't really see that, but I do see warmer weather coming in later in the day. And as the precipitation lets up like today, the temperatures will come up. So the futurecast shows here 6 o'clock tonight, there's some snow, then a break, then more snow develops. Here's the heavier snow, and you see again that area north of Boise, north of I-84 I should say, around Boise northward. That's the heaviest snow, 2 o'clock in the morning. Pushes ahead to 6 a.m. It may be letting up at 6 a.m. So the end of the commute should improve. However, we could still have 3 or 4 inches of snow on the ground at 6 o'clock in the morning in Boise. So it's going to be a close call here. Snow accumulations in the mountains. This computer forecast model showing 5 inches in McCall, and it may be 2 to 5 inches, I think, or 3 to 5 inches throughout Long Valley, with nearly a foot in the mountains, the ski area. So some good news there, upwards to a foot by tomorrow night. This same computer chart showing over the Treasure Valley. You see this band right here in the purple? This is where I expect the heaviest snow to fall. Showing 2.8 in Boise. I'm going to go with 3 or 4 inches for downtown northward. You see a little less towards Caldwell, not as much in Ontario near the Snake River as well. So keep that in mind. We'll go back to that forecast coming up in the Treasure Valley. Snow showers tomorrow, mostly in the morning. In the afternoon, it will dry out and the wind will pick up. So I'm going to go with 2 to 4 inches of snow overnight tonight for the morning commute. And again, tomorrow won't be snowy afternoon, but it'll be a snowy early morning with the snow showers around. Temperatures are going to warm to the mid-30s in the afternoon. You'll see it right here, 35 in Boise, so slippery tomorrow morning. There'll be some melting during the afternoon. Icy roads overnight Tuesday night. Wednesday, some rain and snow showers. I say soggy because there'll be melting going on. And look at the rest of the week here. Towards the weekend, comfy weather coming in for this time of year. We're supposed to be around 40. We may be around 40. And maybe some sunshine. Now, this time of year, of course, you can get fog and an aversion can try to form. But I'm not going to put it in there until I'm sure it's going to happen. And I don't see it necessarily bombing in, but we may end up getting some fog when you start to bring snow in like this. You get fog the following day.
Sure.
We need to get through tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. I'll be updating this as new computer information comes in, because this is a critical forecast here for tomorrow morning.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Coming up on